Hi, how are you? Let's go. Atlantis, the legendary sunken empire. Atlantis is perhaps the most renowned of all mythical cities. Originally described by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato around 360 BCE. According to his dialogues, Atlantis was a vast and highly advanced civilization that existed about 9,000 years before his time. This powerful island kingdom, endowed with immense wealth, advanced technology, and remarkable architecture, was said to have fallen out of favor with the gods, and consequently sank beneath the ocean waves in a single catastrophic event. The legend of Atlantis has inspired countless interpretations over millennia, symbolizing human ambition, hubris, and the mystery of lost knowledge that might hold the key to our own civilization's future. El Dorado, the City of Gold. El Dorado, often translated as the Golden One, originally referred to a mythical king covered in gold dust, but soon became synonymous with a city or kingdom overflowing with gold and unimaginable riches hidden deep in the unexplored jungles of South America. For centuries, European explorers risked their lives in dangerous expeditions searching for this fabled city, driven by dreams of instant wealth and glory. The myth of El Dorado represents not only the material obsession for gold, but also deeper themes of desire, greed, and the human drive for discovery, often leading adventurers into realms of both wonder and peril. Shangri-La, the Hidden Paradise. Shangri-La is described as a mystical, secluded valley hidden deep within the towering peaks of the Himalayas, where time flows differently and the inhabitants live in eternal peace, harmony, and spiritual wisdom. The notion was introduced to the Western world by James Hilton's 1933 novel Lost Horizon, but it draws heavily on Tibetan Buddhist traditions that speak of a sacred refuge, untouched by the troubles of the outside world. This legendary city symbolizes the human longing for a utopian sanctuary, a place of enlightenment and escape from suffering that exists beyond the reach of ordinary reality and worldly concerns. Lemuria, the Lost Continent. Lemuria is purported to be an ancient sunken landmass that once connected regions across the Indian and Pacific Oceans, theorized in the 19th century as a way to explain peculiar geological and biological phenomena. Although the scientific community has since dismissed the idea due to plate tectonics, Lemuria evolved into a powerful myth within esoteric and occult circles, where it is depicted as the home of a highly advanced civilization possessing profound spiritual knowledge and mystical abilities. According to these teachings, Lemuria's people lived in harmony with nature and the cosmos before their continent was swallowed by the ocean, leaving only fragments of their wisdom behind to inspire later generations. Avalon, the Isle of Mysteries. Avalon is a fabled island from Arthurian legends, shrouded in mist and magic, said to be the final resting place of the great King Arthur, as well as a place of powerful healing and eternal youth. Protected by powerful enchantments and hidden from the eyes of the unworthy, Avalon is often imagined as a paradise where heroes and saints find peace, renewal, and spiritual transcendence beyond the trials of mortal life. The stories of Avalon carry deep symbolic meaning, representing hope, the promise of resurrection, and the ongoing battle between forces of light and darkness that shape the fate of humanity. Camelot, the legendary court of King Arthur. Camelot is famously known as the majestic castle and court of the legendary King Arthur, central to the myths of medieval Britain. This fabled city symbolizes chivalry, justice, and the ideal of a noble kingdom united under a wise and courageous ruler. Surrounded by tales of the Knights of the Round Table, quests for the Holy Grail, and magical figures like Merlin, Camelot represents the highest aspirations of medieval knighthood and the pursuit of honor. Though its exact historical existence remains uncertain, Camelot continues to inspire stories of heroism and moral virtue that resonate through Western culture. Troy, the city of the illustrious war. Troy is immortalized in Homer's Iliad as the site of the legendary Trojan War, where heroes like Achilles and Hector fought over the fate of this ancient city. Thought for centuries to be purely mythical, archaeological discoveries in modern Turkey revealed a city matching Troy's description, blurring the lines between legend and history. Troy stands as a symbol of human conflict, tragedy, and the consequences of pride and passion. The story of its decade-long siege, the cunning of the Trojan horse, and the fall of a once great civilization remains a powerful narrative about the costs of war and the fragility of human endeavors. Hyperborea, the land beyond the north wind. Hyperborea is described in ancient Greek mythology as a paradisiacal realm located far to the north, beyond the reach of the cold north wind, Boreas. It was believed to be a place of eternal spring, inhabited by a race of blessed people who lived in perfect harmony with nature, free from sickness and hardship. This mythical land was often associated with spiritual purity and advanced wisdom, inspiring countless tales of utopian societies. The concept of Hyperborea has also been linked to esoteric and mystical traditions that envision a golden age of human civilization, lost to the mists of time but awaiting rediscovery. Valhalla, the Hall of the Slain. In Norse mythology, Valhalla is the majestic hall ruled by the god Odin, where warriors who died bravely in battle are welcome to live eternally in glory. More than just a city, Valhalla represents an idealized afterlife for heroes, filled with feasts, battles, and honor. It reflects the values of the Viking culture, emphasizing courage, loyalty, and the pursuit of eternal fame. Valhalla is both a physical place in the mythic cosmos and a symbol of heroic aspiration, reminding us of the cultural importance of valor and the human desire for immortality through deeds. Shambhala, the hidden kingdom of enlightenment. Shambhala is a legendary kingdom rooted in Tibetan Buddhist and Hindu traditions, often depicted as a mystical land of peace, wisdom, and spiritual purity. Unlike many other lost cities, Shambhala is said to exist not in the physical world, but on a higher spiritual plane or a remote hidden region, accessible only to those who have attained a certain level of enlightenment. Descriptions portray it as a prosperous and harmonious society, where inhabitants live in perfect balance with nature and possess profound spiritual knowledge and abilities. The concept of Shambhala symbolizes the inner journey toward awakening and the hope for a future golden age of peace and wisdom on earth. Throughout history, many explorers and mystics have sought this elusive kingdom, viewing it as a beacon of hope and transcendence amid the chaos of the material world. Thanks for watching. Write what else you are interested in and see you. Bye.